planned. I figured we would maybe do some What Remains of Edith Finch as a backup plan for this because I didn't really expect to play that game this long. We can start this. I have a feeling we're not gonna finish it though. But I don't know if this is a spoopy game. I'm not really sure. But What remains? Okay, you're up for anything. I don't know who all is still here, but What Remains of Edith Finch is an amazing story game. Okay, well we will update the stream and we will change to that. And I don't know if I will. You cried. Wow. I will. I will see what this is like. We'll probably start this then and maybe finish it next week. Is my thought. Because I don't think I'll be able to finish it today, just because I think it takes like around 3 hours or so to complete from what I saw in Time to Beat, so. Looks like everything's changed over, so. What Remains of Edith Finch? Oh, so we start on a boat? Where are we going? We get up? Oh, there's a book bag? Pretty. Puget Sound Fairy Lines. This is already a really pretty game. How are the frames looking? It looks like frames per second dropped majorly just a second ago. Am I like dropping frames like crazy? Is it a slideshow? How do I... It's pretty choppy. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can fix that. Graphics. VSync on. That's usually a necessity for this. How is it now? Play. It looks like it went up to 60 frames per second as soon as I turned VSync on, because Seems okay now. Okay.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
The house? With the house. Ooh, this is kind of creepy.
Someone had put up a chain link fence, but it looked like I wasn't the first person to hop it.
Yeah, it does not look like that.
My brother Milton disappeared when I was 4. It was like the house just swallowed him up.
If you have information about Milton, call the Orcas Island Police Department. Milton Finch, missing. It's a pretty flower. So that's a weird looking house.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
This game is not a happy game. Oh boy. Oh boy. What does that say? Orcas Island Gazette. I can open the mailbox.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent. Open immediately.
Can we take them? Apparently we don't. We don't need to take them because we're a kid. We're a kid!
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Revenge of the Frames has begun? Okay. Yeah, I see frames per second dropped dramatically. Okay, hold on. Let's see if I can fix that. It looks like the menu... The game just might be a wee bit graphically intensive. I just need to make sure... Maybe if I turn the settings down... Maybe we can just change him to high. I just don't want it to be a slideshow. That's the problem. Desync on. It still looks like it's not 60. It's not 60 frames per second. Maybe we turn it down to medium. That doesn't look good though. Like that, I mean... Hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral. Lewis's funeral? No trespassing. See, I can't even read the signs. Well, I can see the frames per second. Like, I wouldn't necessarily take your word for it, Darkwold Rabbit. Like, I know you said you know, I buffer for you all the time and everything, but, I can see my frames per second is dropping too, which makes me go, It's at 59 right now, so maybe it's okay, but this property is protected by video surveillance. Trespassers will be prosecuted. Oh boy. It's a long drop.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
I'm keeping an eye on the frames per second right now, just to make sure that you guys can still see everything. It looks like that might have fixed it, turning down the quality settings might have fixed it, but...
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
A few hoof prints? Like deer? Or somebody has a horse-drawn carriage? We did... Oh, there was a deer. This is in the 90s. Okay, in the late 2000s. This is like in our time. Oh, it's a deer. I can't get over there, apparently.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
That is the creepiest house I think I've ever seen in my life.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
It's... How does that even stand? You get in the truck? like it. It is such a creepy ass house. Like, it kind of reminds me a little bit of Ready Player One, where they have the stacks. A little bit. There's a missing poster down there, and I'm guessing that's for her brother. The inside does not get less strange. Oh god. All right, well, let's make our way into the house, I guess. Or do we go down here?
I asked Edie once about the dragon in the pond. She said it had killed her husband. I was 6. It seemed like an odd joke to me, even then.
Look at all the missing posters. Oh my gosh. There's like a random trash can and white wicker chair. Which way do I go? Path or the garage? I think we'll start with the garage.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
Now,
as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
I mean, yeah, this is a creepy house. There's a doggy door with a handle?
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Can I get back out? I didn't really mean to.
The power had been turned off the night we left.
I didn't mean to come in and not be able to get out. Oh man, I might have missed some stuff. Open the door. Open it. Get out. The old tennis ball on the string so you avoid hitting something in your garage when you pull in. We used to have that when I was a kid. What is that? How do you get up there? Can you get up there? Oh, there's... okay. I guess I have to go up the stairs.
For the first time in years, I felt like I was home. But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Edith, Edie, Dawn, and Lewis. Lewis died. Edie is the grandmother. Okay. Dawn is the mother. Lewis died. And Milton disappeared. So, what happened to our dad? Where's our dad?
Like how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Huh. Ooh, Ooh, Chinese food.
Or how only one restaurant would deliver to our house. So we had Chinese a lot.
Because Chinese is amazing. I mean, why not? Why wouldn't you eat Chinese a lot? I would. What is that creepy noise?
The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
Oh my gosh. Spilled wine. What a pretty lake.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
This game does scare the shit out of me in a too real way. Ooh. Oh man.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth. Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
Dawn Finch. Look at all these books. Look at all these made of meat. Walkington Pura. These are like all. These are all cooking books, or a lot of them. Raw fowl. It's hard to read them with the settings set to what they're set to, but it's okay. How is the frames right now, Darkwood Rabbit? Are they better?
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Haven't noticed any choppy? Okay, so 59, 58 frames per second looks like it's fine. So apparently I can open that anytime. This is where I came from, okay. Not going in the door yet. Exploring.
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
Wow. This is like a sealed shut door.
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
How do I get back out of there? Controls? Camera control normal. Okay. It's not gonna give me any controls. I just back off, okay.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
I mean, if he just up and disappeared one day. Maybe open the door. Open the door.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
What the heck are the bugs on the wall for? I'm just like, oh, this is a beautiful house, like, but what?
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
Oh, I love the walls. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Can I try it? Does this work?
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Well, this seems like too soon to go in here. But I'm going to.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Aww. Aww.
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
I feel like I'm missing big chunks of the story by not exploring a little bit more.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole.
Maybe not.
Molly's
room?
gerbil had
Who's
a tiny
Molly?
bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage. Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
That's where the peoples are? I'm a little confused about where she could see from. Oh boy, a diary.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Well, this is interesting. Now we get to play as Molly? The gerbil food? I'm not eating the gerbil food. Is that what I have to eat?
I kept eating and eating.
Toothpaste? Ew! Ew! I didn't want to eat the toothpaste! That's gross!
I ate a lot of things that night.
Okay. I refuse to eat the gerbil food. I refuse. What is this? A pumpkin? Looks
My
like a
Halloween
pumpkin
candy was all gone.
Aww. Alright, let's leave the room then.
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
Do I have to eat the gerbil food? That looks like the only thing that's left. I don't want to eat
Then
gerbil
I heard
food.
chirping outside my window.
Oh, okay, good.
It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat.
I'm a cat? Can I jump up here? Oh, there we go.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
I love the purring. It's such a nice touch. Following the bird.
I jumped and I almost got her.
Wow.
I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
Oh, eating that mama bird. Wow.
I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass. Rabbits.
Chase the rabbits. Where do we go? The first playthrough you watched absolutely blindsided you emotionally? Oh boy. I think, wow. See, I don't know anything about this game really. I thought it was a little bit spoopy. How many rabbits are there? Oh, do we have to get one? Oh! Oh!
Imagine his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger. A mama grab it.
No! No!
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
Well, now you're dead. Because sharks can't live on land. Yeah, that's good. Good. But what do I do now? Oh. Oh I
rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
well. What am I gonna eat now? I'm gonna eat a turtle?
I wanted fat, juicy seals.
Seal? A seal? Why?
I offered flipper, and it tasted really good.
Why? Why is this game making me do this? Why, game? Why?
I grabbed on tight. But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
What am I now? Oh my god, am I an octopus?
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
This is nothing. I'm... Oh man. I'm a monster. I think... Oh no. Oh no.
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
I can't see a damn thing now because I think I screwed up what the heck I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh shit. I'm gonna eat this guy, aren't I? I'm just gonna eat like everything. That's what I'm doing. I'm guessing I gotta go up.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
I just want to get to another character. Like, how come he didn't hear that? How come that guy didn't hear? The guy just went, yeah! And I didn't hear any of it, huh? Can I just do this?
The last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
This is like some Stranger Things stuff right here. I'm feeling a Stranger Things vibe right now. Except, like, I don't know. I just came out of a toilet. This is great.
I got closer and closer.
Oh no, I'm gonna eat myself.
All of my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
This is really weird. Yes. This is really strange.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
(1937 to 1947).
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here before my mom sealed the doors.
So, Molly was Edie's daughter? And died when she was 10. And there's a cat. You explore your whole family tree each time through the eyes of the family member. It gets intense. Holy cow.
This will be obvious later, but my mom
Believe
never
it.
told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Aww.
I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room. Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him. When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Dragon kills Finch.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
You won't go. Because of a little forest fire.
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
It's written almost like a book in first-person perspective. I like the way it's told so far.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious. Her room was like a museum.
Oh boy. Odin? Odin was Odin was her husband? Let me look at this again. Okay, yeah, Odin and Edie.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son,
Ingeborg.
Johan. On January 7th, 1937,
Oh, so Odin was
he
her
set
dad?
sail with his family
Wait a minute.
and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
Hey, Courage! How are you?
Odin's daughter Edith, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island.
Okay, so Odin is the oldest ancestor that we're gonna learn about, I guess. And Edie's his daughter. I thought it was okay. Odie's daughter with husband Sven and baby Molly. Okay.
Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery.
I'm doing well, Courage. I'm doing well. We played Roombo First Blood for quite a while earlier on the stream, and now we're playing What Remains of Edith Finch. They're very different games. Darkwold Rabbit can tell you they are extremely different games. We're probably not going to finish this one tonight, but we'll probably finish this next week, I'm guessing. This is a strange game, but I've heard Darkwold Rabbit says it's very emotional. So, oh my gosh.
His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Okay, so that's the end of that. Edie. Okay, so yeah, that makes sense. He died the year Molly was born? Okay.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
This is a really good game. You've played it before, Courage? I have not, so this is brand new to me. Oh, why do I keep doing that? Can I open the door? Doesn't look like I can. Maybe I can open this door? Yeah.
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother. The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom.
The pink bathroom. With the carpeting.
It was a pretty big trace.
Yeah, I'd say so. It's a foggy mirror. There's a secret in the bathroom. Oh boy. It's a wonderful story, very heartfelt. I'm kind of the Molly story was very disturbing for me. I'm a little like about Molly right now, but we'll see what happens.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
What? What is this? Oh, this is cool.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
The word is shook. Or shooketh. You are very shooketh. Yes. I'm very shooketh. From Molly's story. Oh my gosh. What? What is this? Whose bedroom is this? There was a part in here where I had to stop playing this for a minute. Yeah. At Lewis? Oh boy. Fort Sam. Fort Calvin. To the command center. I gotta ask you guys, if you've seen Jumanji, have you seen Zathura? Zathura? It's like the space adventure one that's written by the same people as Jumanji.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him.
Hi, Julie Cat. How are you? Feel like it's been a bit.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
Calvin.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
You're swinging.
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom, and he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again, and he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that,
He wouldn't have jumped off the swing? Is that what he did?
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up, then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Oh my gosh.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
I need a minute, you guys. Holy shit. it also ran out of water, apparently. Alright.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
What about Sam's?
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again. The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies. Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Barbara was which one? 1944 to 1960. Is she another child of... I'm a little confused about how they laid out the tree. So Edith, Milton, and Lewis are all siblings of... And Dawn... So Dawn, Gus, and Gregory are all siblings. So Molly, Barbara, Calvin, Sam, and Walter are all siblings? Okay. Oh, this is how you get back in. Oh, I didn't necessarily want to do that. Okay, hold on. I wanna get Barbara's story before we move on.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
She died when she was how old? Okay, 16?
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Oh boy.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and
Oh,
current
no.
boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
Oh, I didn't even try to go down there, and I wouldn't have been able to.
Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Oh god. This Halloween music. Seriously?
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
This is so freaking creepy.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Holy shit.
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now
The
is that
table
you're
saw get the
hurt
boyfriend
and
too.
confused, and
He
you
deserved that. He did.
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
How do I get up there? Oh, the stairs. Oh my god. Fucking... What? Fucking what? This is not... This is so different from everything else I played in this game. Oh.
Walter, are you there? Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hookman, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And was, he couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully.
Oh, she's in Molly's room now. boy. When did this become a
Had vanished.
horror game?
She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
Frickin' Halloween music.
At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Really?
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear
What?
Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
That's... wow. I'm kind of confused about that one more than anything. So somebody broke into her house and killed her?
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box. Edie's father, Odin, built the original house. Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Oh, this is Molly's room.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
Okay, so we already got in her room.
It's funny. All those times I played with the music box and never found the basement key.
This is a decent story, definitely, Courage. I agree.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
I'm doing a great job. Well, thank you. Gregory?
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
Gregory. This is the pink bathroom. 1976 to 1977. What? There's a baby? Oh dear Lord. Sven.
The last time
And
I was
Edie.
in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
Ghosts, no problem, but this is such a unique psychological mess with you. Yeah, so far. So far. Uh-oh. Did we already...
Barbara was a
looked in
child
here?
star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
This game is one of the few that I can say left me disturbed. Oh boy. Oh boy, Darkleberry, why are you telling me that now?
Mom must have locked the 3rd floor stairs on the night we left.
I guess we have to go downstairs and open the basement now? I don't know, because, like... Was there...
I wonder if that comic was right about there being a key inside the music box near the basement.
Okay, well clearly they want me to go that direction now. Okay, well let's do that then, I guess. I figured we would do that, but I kind of wanted to see if we could get into the other room first. Who's that? Oh my gosh. Jeez. Pool table? Sven?
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
I mean, there's the table saw, right? Yikes.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
It's so dark. I can't see. It's so dark.
I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Oh boy. Apparently this game has controller support, because
I
my
remember asking Mom
controller's
once about where Walter had gone.
vibrating around on my desk.
She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could. If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Walter. Walter.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week.
Okay. Controller. It's enough. I want to play with mouse and keyboard, okay?
But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule.
This
living
is
for
on
today.
PC. Steam.
I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long
But I have an Xbox controller plugged into my computer, so it's on my desk vibrating right now. Yeah, it's Steam.
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being
Just eating
afraid.
peaches? Lots. Millions of peaches. Peaches for Walter.
It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave. Well, I still can.
What? I can't go this way. These are all my spices. Okay, well, it's making me go this way, so. He's in a bunker. He's been locked in a bunker for ages, eating nothing but canned food. Right.
I know it's out there, somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara. And Molly.
And Molly.
And Calvin.
And Calvin. He thinks it killed Calvin too? Calvin...
Maybe this is all a mistake.
Oh dear.
But I need to stop living the same day. Even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun in my face.
Oh my god. He got hit by a train. He got hit by a train.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
Trading Aces, hello? How are you? This game is, like, wrecking me right now. I was not expecting it to have so many feels. Like, I mean, I just...
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
I'm glad you're getting wrecked. That's not what... There's a picture. That's a picture. It does not get easier. It's like a Fields cannon artillery. Oh boy.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
Like, I don't
But
know,
if she never told me about an
traumatized?
uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
What is in here?
Trying to bury something that's still alive.
Oh my gosh.
Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe two, I thought it was time I
That
heard
was
the
his
stories
rescue
for
stump?
myself
Oh my gosh.
and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Train.
I don't know if I should even be writing this.
Wow.
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family.
Well, that was creepy.
And the history you're a part of.
Who is she talking to? Is she talking to... Did she have a baby?
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
I mean, where even are we? Did we go out here? There's not a whole lot to do here. Can we see that? There's the house. That house is so weird looking. The game is freaking beautiful. I agree. That I agree with. It is really, really pretty.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
It's amazing, like something out of Swiss Family Robinson. Yeah, all made of bits and parts. It really does remind me of the stacks from Ready Player One. Like, that's what it looks like to me. It's like they just stack stuff on top of other stuff. And can we go in there? Doesn't look like we can. Looks like we kind of have to make our way over here, I guess. Gary's potting mix? Maybe we have to go there. Or maybe we have to go up or around. There's a path over there. I guess we gotta go this way.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
Yeah, that's kind of creepy. Oh, this is
It's
our
embarrassing
cemetery?
for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one.
This is the pet cemetery. Oh, dear lord. Oh, dear lord.
3 of the gerbils are mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Derpy and Burpy, and Chirpy, and Furpy and Lurpy, and Derpy Jr. And Zerpy. Oh my god.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Molly. Calvin. Sven. Sven actually died from the saw thing. Edie. Walter. Barbara. Oh, wait. Okay, that happened the same night that Barbara died, but he died like 4 years later, so maybe this, the saw was maybe just a thing he liked, I'm guessing. Okay. Like
I'm
he
sure
likes to be,
Odin's
he
monument
liked
had been
carpentry.
Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
How do you focus? Focus?
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
That's the old house? The house that sank on the way over. That killed Odin. Yeah, that's right. Okay, that's what they said. Yeah.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from.
Sam.
Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
Gus and Gregory. Gus was young too. Man, Gus was like 13. And Gregory was 1. That one I think is gonna break me even more. Like, cause I have a baby that's turning 2
She lost
in a
2
few
of her
days.
brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
Lewis. Milton.
We never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone.
Can we go this way? Oh, okay. So we do have to just go back up.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself. But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
She is writing to her child, her future child. Oh my god. We climb up there? Or do we just jump down? That might be a long ways for a pregnant lady, I guess. Well, there's a ladder over there. I didn't see it. Okay.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense. Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Wait a minute. I'm guessing we gotta, yeah, do this first. Well, we don't have to do this
Instead
first.
of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Just explore his room a little bit first. Okay. Kay is our grandma. Okay. So Sam's our grandpa. Sam's our grandpa, and
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Hmm? Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
Shouldn't we be leaving?
Just want to get a shot of you, Dawn, then we can take off.
I'm over here, Dad.
Just need to get a shot of you, Dawn, then we can hit the road.
how do I? Snacker Stackers chocolate malt pudding. What? I'm just taking a whole lot of pictures of. Oh, she's right there. I don't know.
What?
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it?
I'm just taking random pictures of.
I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. The camera's older than you are.
It's a birdie.
Aw. You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
This is our mom when she was a little girl. We just take random pictures of things.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee. Hey!
That's a keeper. Hold still while I take a
Oh my
picture of
God.
you.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Dawn, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph? Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire.
See, let's find something
Found
more
an old
interesting.
logging trail. There were deer everywhere.
Here?
I bet if I could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time. me a minute to check the map.
Trail. Gotta find a buck to photograph, I think.
Let's see. Maybe. Was it?
That's not it. That's like a statue.
Could have been.
I don't see anything.
You don't need to waste any more film on me, kiddo.
Okay. Trying to figure out where this buck is that you want me to photograph. But I don't see any deer anywhere. Maybe I just have to scan a little more carefully. See anything though. There is like a bird close by, right? Oh, there's a bird. Oh!
Nice, Dawn.
There we go.
Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Great shot, Dawn.
Oh man.
I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay?
She didn't want to kill it. Oh.
Sorry, Dawn. Just gotta reset the timer.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about it.
Dad!
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Oh my god. I was not expecting that. Holy shit. See where I yeah. Oh yeah. I totally get it.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
This is one of those games I have to have like a warm blanket and cocoa and something lighthearted to pull me out afterwards. Oh god. I'm gonna cry at this, aren't I? I'm gonna cry. I mean, I've already kind of cried a couple times. Just seeing this is making me tear up. Like, I have a baby, you guys. Julie, thank you so much for the bits. Holy crap. I so appreciate that. This is wow. This is an emotional roller coaster right now. Yeah, Gregory, this one's gonna be tough. I have a feeling. I have a baby, and every single time I see anything happen to a baby, I think about it being my baby. Can I skip this one?
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
I stopped after that? Oh god. Okay, let's skip that one for now.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
Oh, this is neat. So we're flying a kite? What does that say?
Father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met me, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that I
now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
So I can make this kite like crash into the ground over and over and over again? That's not a very realistic kite, you guys. Oh wow. Louis got me the worst.
Photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Oh. But you related to him, so I will have to see about that when I get there.
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent. rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
I think we're Katamari Damacying this now.
The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power.
He's gonna get struck
All
by
my
lightning,
father
isn't he?
said this was to make the music louder.
La na 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 na. Na 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 na. Okay. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. That's why I waited until I was done with the song.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that
It
day.
kind of looks like a little jellyfish.
Out there on the beach alone. Just you, the wind, the sea, and foam.
Little jellyfish kite. Oh shit.
But I didn't. Until we found you. She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Aww. I'm glad I chose to do that one before Gregory. Alright, alright, alright. We gotta be strong. We gotta do this. I mean, I could just ignore this, right? I could just keep going. I don't have to watch Gregory, right? Alright, you guys. We gotta do this. We gotta be strong.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Oh my gosh! You wish you didn't remember Gregory? You can't watch this again? Oh god.
Watching's over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw.
All the little rubber duckies. Aww.
He reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination. Whatever it was he saw.
See, I'm okay with this. This could just go on forever. I'm okay with this.
It sure made him happy.
go on forever? Can I just keep doing this for the rest of the game? I'm okay with this. Oh no.
But I worried about a baby being too happy.
Oh no.
But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could.
Soar, hi!
Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it.
How are you, Soar? I'm about ready to get
I don't want
wrecked.
Gregory to hear this.
I can't do anything. Or can I do? I guess I can do something.
I wish he could have told us
You're playing ukulele and he's— oh god!
about the world he saw.
No!
There's so much I don't understand about Gregory. About everything. But I know what happened wasn't your fault.
Up!
Sure he's
No! 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 No!
and he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
I knew this was gonna happen, you guys. I need a minute. I'm gonna go get some more water. I'll be right back, you guys. Oh my gosh, you guys. This is a really hard game. Colonel Syquest, welcome in. Welcome in. Yeah, you just came in at my breakdown. Holy shit. This game is like wrecking me emotionally. I might actually finish it because I'm really, really close at this point. I think we have what, four more stories to get through. So I don't know if I'll finish it yet or not, but it's really nice to see all you here, like, supporting me, because oh my gosh. You think it gets worse if you remember correctly. Dark World Rabbit said Lewis is the worst. It's more an experience than a game. Like, the challenges aren't really puzzles, they're more like pull tabs and pop-ups on a pop-up book. Yeah. It's kind of a story. It's kind of an experience, yeah. I agree. Is Lewis next? Is Lewis next? I don't want to cry again, you guys. I'm probably going to. That one was hard for me because, yeah,
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
I also should say that, like, when my 6-year-old was 1, he was taking a shower with my with one of my stepdaughters, and she looked up. This could have happened to anyone. It was totally not her fault, but she looked up and she was washing her hair, and he slipped and fell while she was doing that and cut his right between his eye, like it was between his eyelid. It wasn't his eyeball, like it was like between his eyebrow and his eyelid, like he gashed a section of his eye, and we had to take him to the ER because it was a gash. It was bad, and he had to they had to glue him shut because he was a baby. They're not going to give him baby stitches, but they had to glue it shut, and we had to do it a couple times because it kept reopening. But that was like scary, like never look away when your child is in the bathtub sort of moment, you know? So that one might have even been a little harder for me than it should have been. Raising kids is a hard thing, yeah. By the way, the little one that fell down the stairs during my stream a couple weeks, no, it was last week. It was last week. If you guys were here, I had a little one fall down the stairs while I was streaming, and he seems to be doing fine. He didn't really, we didn't really have a ton of fallout from that even the day of. He was bleeding, but it was like his front teeth. His front teeth look much better now than they did, so. Whew. We're talking about all of these kids having bad things happen to them. I'm just, I'm glad to report that he is doing much, much better, though. What is this?
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died. She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad,
That's
Sanjay.
her dad, okay. What happened to her dad?
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Lewis was born a year later.
We got up and we got down. And down looks like not an option. Okay,
When my
so we
dad
got up.
died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
Lewis, Milton.
And to see kids in the house again. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
Can I open this? No? Was this where they schooled?
But it didn't last.
Scientific method.
The beginning of
Jesus.
the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle. After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
I guess we have to go in.
I think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family.
If nobody knows what happened to him, though. Milton was like 4, right? When he disappeared.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
How do you do this? Oh, there we go. It's you! He painted a door, and then he went through, and he said goodbye.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
She was 4 when Milton disappeared. Okay. So, Milton disappeared when she was born in 99? So, it was 2003, so he was 9, okay. Claybird, hey! I have not played The Unfinished Swan. I don't know what that game's about. Oops. I always do that. Like, I always feel like I'm on the menu when that happens, and then I forget that I'm not, and then I hit escape to get out of the menu, and... How you doing, Claybird? It's nice to see you guys. I gotta say, thank you guys so much for coming in on the stream, because this is so difficult for me right now. And I didn't think it would be. I didn't know anything about the game, so I was just kind of like, let's just play this one. This one's nice and short, according to Time to Beat. I did not expect it. I did not expect the feels, you guys.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she
should
sealed
probably
the
play it.
doors.
It's made by the same people. Unfinished One is on my list of will play eventually. Milton just disappeared, but we don't know what happened to him. I'm
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
Yeah, I mean... Oh, we can't go that way. Okay. Feels. The feels. Alright, I guess we're going up.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery. Everyone always told me to stay out of Lewis's room. Except Lewis.
How do I... What? What? How do I get over there? Oh. Oh. Can I get over there? Oh, okay. I'll just go over here. This is really high up for a pregnant lady to be climbing around. You can play a new game like this. It's called Walking Around Your House on Acid. Cleveland, I don't know what type of acid you've done. How badass would it be to have a boat for your room though, right? This whole friggin' house, yeah. Yeah, she said that she was 22 weeks pregnant. Like while she was climbing, she's like, she said if because I actually asked, I was like, who is she talking to this whole time? And then she was climbing around and then she said something about if I had known how much climbing I would have had to do, I never would have come here when I was 22 weeks pregnant. That's, yeah. And I'm like, oh, she's talking to her unborn baby.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Legalize marijuana. Yes. Very yes. What? No, I didn't want to leave. I didn't. All I did was turn around. Okay. Don't stand there and turn around, clearly. Okay. Oh boy.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Well, so do I. Did you watch me play Broombo? I mean, seriously.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first
we're
noticed
playing
the
Surgeon
monotony of
Simulator?
his
Oh
daily
wait,
life.
no.
He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to
What?
wander.
Oh. Oh, this is his mind. Okay. I'm doing two things at once. I'm doing
I asked him to describe it.
two things at once.
He said he started small. Imagining a labyrinth.
Yeah. Elaborate.
feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats.
Bats. Oh no.
And toads.
Where are we? Like ambidextrous now, I guess.
Things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more.
Oh, he changed
I
it.
worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused.
I mean, that's what I'm doing.
Like a whole new Lewis.
Yep.
So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city
Hi,
he
puppy.
named Lewis Topi.
Hi, puppy. Whoa.
He built the city up slowly, brick by brick.
Brick by brick. Do we have to actually do that?
Then he made musicians.
Oh, they're dancing. Look at them. Aww.
And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band.
Bit was seriously one of the coolest bits right here. It's a little dancing. I know, it's awesome.
And he was always humming something.
I'm loving this right now.
Every day his imagination grew stronger.
Oh, they have fish!
He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him. That all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won.
Yay! Go Lewis!
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering.
You gotta get on our boat.
It became a game for him.
Goodbye, Lewistopia.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville.
Ta-da! New Louisville! Yay!
St. Louis.
St. Louis! Yay! We conquered St. Louis!
We started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis.
Minneapolis.
Until
nice.
one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on. In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a beautiful prince.
Lewisburg?
The prince was on his own quest for
radiant rainbows?
Radiant rainbows.
Yes! Oh. We didn't get that last rainbow. Shit.
He followed the sound of his...
We'll go silver arm.
silver harp.
Whoa! Stop chopping the fish.
His chase led him to a
Sail
golden
through the
palace
rainbows,
east
but I
of the
want
sun
to. I
and
want to
west of
chop
the
the
moon.
fish too.
Even then, his logic remained sound.
Well, now I don't even see anything anymore.
He knew the world was all in his imagination.
He's like trapped in his imagination? Holy crap.
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Oh no, we're back in the cannery. It's a lot of blood. Fish guts. Well, this is our locker. Does he have a switch? I mean, this doesn't really look like a switch, honestly, but maybe a little bit.
He began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
That's a lot of fingers. Oh, God.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Look like fingers, but what?
I still thought I could save him. even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions.
I mean, this is good.
Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him.
It's Molly!
His prince waiting, holding his crown.
Oh my gosh.
There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
He cut off his own head?
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
I'm speechless right now. I don't know. Whoa. Like, no, I get it, Dark Old Rabbit. I completely get it. Wow. And Sword, yeah, I feel that too. Like, I saw it too. I saw it coming, but yeah, wow, okay, yeah. Jesus. Fuck. Let's move on. Jesus. Alright, do we leave the boat? Like, what do we... Where do we go from here? No, no, don't go back in the boat! Oh, what the fuck, I guess we do have to go back in the boat. I just saw the thing as I was turning around. Okay, never mind. I'm dumb. Alright, here we go. Here we go. You did the up and down dance too? I'm glad I'm not the only one. Holy
On the way
crap.
back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left.
I mean, I'd leave too if I was her mom. Jesus.
My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
You guys. This game.
What happened that night?
I was
had
not
been coming
prepared.
For a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
I've had this game for a long time and I was totally not prepared for what it was. Wow.
But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Get on the emotional roller coaster ride of pain and suffering.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised
The voice
her glass
acting
and
is really
said,
good, yeah.
To our final night together, and all our final nights apart.
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
The grown-ups have to argue now.
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
Oh boy.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out.
This is Edie's story.
It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful.
I really like the atmosphere of this game too, honestly. So
every day of my life.
I'm pretty impressed with this game, even though the feels are just
But I never thought I'd
insane.
go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around.
No. Oh no.
For a while, I wandered. I started seeing things.
It is like I'm attached to these characters and I don't
Things I'd
I barely even know them.
ever existed.
Deserved all the awards it got and so many more, and I sat down to try it at PAX a few years ago. I knew immediately I would buy it when it came out on PS4, and I did, and I played it in one session. I mean, I didn't think I would finish it because of how long I played Roombo today. But I have to finish it now. I know it's after midnight, but I need to finish it. I feel like I'm close.
That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go. I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the band came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot.
Gotta do the dolphin. My hand is a dolphin!
We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it.
I love how everyone does that in the
she
car.
started getting
Yeah.
sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
Oh my god. I just realized what was actually happening. Holy shit.
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask.
What?
But I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
What happened to Edith? Did I miss something? What happened? She died during childbirth? That's, I mean... What? Just... wow. The whole time you're hearing her talk, it's her son reading the journal. What the fuck, game? Like... I just wasn't expecting this. I definitely didn't think she was gonna die in the end. Like, wow. Wish everyone could experience this game. I think it's just so important. I keep trying to convince my roommate, but he doesn't like walking simulators. Yeah. Right? Darkled Rabbit, I actually have some over here. Hold on. Thank you, Darkled Rabbit. Jeez. I really was not expecting how hard this was gonna hit me. Like, wow. Game tore everyone apart. You can tell that the devs put themselves in this game. It was probably super cathartic, yeah. I actually really want to play it again now. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind playing it again, like, when I'm not streaming. It really does. It really, Darkled Rabbit, I completely agree with you. It really just makes you want to just hug everybody that you love and cherish them, because Jesus. You know, when I was telling my husband about the game I was playing tonight too, I was like, it's a walking simulator. It's probably gonna take me like 3 hours or so. And he's like, what's a walking simulator? And I'm like, it's like kind of like the, because we talked about Gone Home a little bit, because I played Gone Home a long time ago before I started streaming. And I'm like, that's kind of like a walking simulator. It's like you walk around and you learn stuff about the story. It's basically a story, but you learn it by walking. And he's like, oh yeah, okay. So yeah, he's like, that is kind of your type of game, and like, so now I get to tell him how completely wrecked I am if he hasn't been watching. So, man, you only have your brother and sister, so you can relate. Every story being so different makes it hard to pick a favorite. I love little bits of each of them. They're all hard to watch, but Gregory and Lewis are definitely the hardest. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I was trying really, really hard not to cry at Gregory, and I still cried at Gregory. How many times did I cry? Like, seriously, I think it was at least 3, maybe 4. Holy crap. Playing Gregory's the second time for the trophy didn't hurt any less. The replay of story options now available. Select Edith to play from the beginning. Okay. Gregory got me, but the first time I saw it, as soon as I saw bathwater, I knew. Yeah. I mean, I kind of figured it was gonna be drowning too. I just didn't know how it was gonna happen, and I was like, can we just play in the bath the whole time and not die? Like, that's just what I was feeling. No chance going through Gregory without stopping. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't expect Lewis's ending the first time. I had a hard time with Sam, too. Honestly. Molly freaked me out. Molly was just weird. And I was like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, this is so strange. Third Cetus was the uncle who lived in the bunker. I mean, yeah, that got me a little, too. I think Sam was harder for me than Walter, though. Like, just because Dawn was there, like right there, and had just warned him that she thought the deer was still alive, like, yeah, that was rough for me too. The third Cetus, oh, I already read that, yeah. Wow. What feels? Are you sure you want to quit this game? For tonight, yes. I do want to play it again at some point, though. Wow. This was an experience, you guys. I'm glad I played it, even though, like, my mascara is, like, running everywhere from what I can tell. I'm just like, what? I'm floating. I'm floating. This is me. It was not written in a way that was sad, but it was written in a way that was like, what? Yeah. Anytime I need my sinuses cleared, I'll remember to watch a playthrough of this. So yeah, what are the achievements? It looks like are oh god, I see what you're talking about now, Sam. Like I see that the Gregory achievement.
1, 2, 3, 4. I like video game.
I have to play through that again to get all of the achievements. Play Calvin's story again.
What just happened?
Clear all balls off the pool table. Let the drunken sailor finish his song.
What?
Oh.
What? I'm floating.
Take both paths to the house.
What? I'm floating.
Yeah, we didn't go both ways. This was intense. I'm glad I played it though, and I'm going to definitely be playing it again at some point, probably off stream though. Anyway, we will raid somebody and move on with our nights. Thank you guys all for being here, for watching. Oh my gosh, I know Pop's not here right now, but thank you tremendously for the insane gift sub bomb that he gave me. Oh my god, I was not expecting that. Like 12 gift subs. On his birthday! Like, seriously, why would you? I still don't. Happy birthday, here's a whole bunch of gift subs? Like, now I feel, wow. I'd love to see Jen. Oh my god, Dark Wolf Rabbit, you're right. Jen with glasses, I can't even imagine what it would do to her. We have to convince her to try it. We do. Man, apparently it was free on the Epic Store a while back ago. I don't know if it still is. Probably isn't anymore. But it was free on the Epic Store in January. Anyway, thank you so much for stopping by, Courage. Wow, this was a stream. This was a crazy stream. We're gonna raid somebody as soon as I can figure out who to raid. Let me look at who's streaming.